What brought you to the decision that you wanted support?
I realized that I was not getting any progress on my own. I was failing. I knew that I needed support. I needed someone to guide me.
Working on the nervous system, how that has been a game changer for you.
I understood that my problems with weight loss, where I was doing a 20-pound weight loss for the last 10 years and then gaining it all back, just kept doing that over and over again repeatedly. I knew that it was me.
What's next for you? What's next for Melody? I'd like you to meet Melody. And Melody is somebody that I look up to a lot, and she's so incredibly inspiring. I've been working with her now, I think for 6 months or so, Melody. And the reason why she's so inspiring is, number one, not only is she unstoppable and super strong, but she's so resilient. She's so committed to herself, and she's come a long way. She has an amazing backstory. She has an amazing journey. And before we get started, I'm going to actually get her to share a little bit around how working on the nervous system, Melody, and stopping to focus on dieting and weight loss and actually focusing your attention on working on the nervous system instead, how that has been a game changer for you.
As far as the nervous system goes, I understood that my problems with weight loss, where I was doing a 20-pound weight loss for the last 10 years and then gaining it all back, just kept doing that over and over again repeatedly. I knew that it was me, that it was my stress level, that I needed to get control over my mindset, that my thinking wasn't straight, and was considering going back to counseling and trying to heal some of my past traumas, because I knew that every time that I made progress, all it took was one incident to derail me by causing me to overreact and be emotional. And then I would be so upset that I would just binge eat, overeat. And at the time, I wouldn't care. I would just say to myself, who cares? Who cares? I'm never going to get what I want out of life. I'm never going to be any good. All the self-sabotage talk that we do. And then I would get through that crisis, and having sabotaged everything, all my progress, I would just say, well, it just doesn't matter. But then at some point I'd start caring again. So it was just a vicious cycle. And I reached a point where I just wanted to be better. I wanted everything to be better. I wanted to be happier with my life. I wanted to appreciate, have more gratitude. I had watched you on Facebook somehow, came across you and was watching you for several months. And I resonated with the way you talked and how you educated on it. It's all things that we all already know, as you have said. It's just the way that you present it just makes it so simple. And it's just like it clicked in my head. Wow. Yes, that is how it works, So I joined a master class like this. It was at Fat Loss 101, you called it. Mm-hmm. And I think by the second day I signed up, or at least we had a call to talk to each other. And I don't know, I was ready. I was very much ready to make changes with my life and to move forward from the past and look forward to a future, but be more in the present.
Yeah.
And I'm in the present day by day now. We have worked together for 6 months, and just being back in this type of classroom and looking at my notes from the last time, I'm like, wow, I can tell from just reading it that I'm just completely in a different place already. And I attribute all of that to your counseling and how you've made me see where my thoughts were in the wrong place. You helped me get past the grieving of the loss of my daughter. That happened 10 years ago, and I was in 10 years of hell. And now I look at my memories of her, and I cherish every minute. And I talk to her every day as if she's here, because she is here. And I just look at it so differently. You made me see that. And I don't know, just healing that part along with other things, everything just falls into place. I made a commitment when I joined you that I was going to 100% do everything that you tell me to do, whether I liked it or not. And I've done that. Mm-hmm. I've pushed back on some things. Mm-hmm. I told you, well, I might as well just give that up if I get, and I just said, no, you committed to do it, do it. And there's habits that are gone forever. And I mean, there's just no turning back. It's like you say, when you have the awareness, it doesn't go away. You have the awareness. The awareness is there now of where I was, where I never want to be again. I look to the future, my future self, and I look back on my past, like for 50 years ago, and the person that I was, I'm that person again. I lost myself.
Hmm.
Lost myself, and now I'm back.
So beautiful, and I want to remind you that I shared tools and you did all the work. Melody, this is all you, and it's so important to honor that. And one thing I'm curious about is what brought you to the decision that you wanted support, that you no longer wanted to try on your own? What was that moment that clicked for you that you wanted support in your health journey?
I realized that I was not getting any progress on my own. I was failing. I knew that I needed support. I needed someone to guide me. I had counseling after my daughter's death, and it really helped me because I would say things and they were able to turn me around and make me see that what I was saying really wasn't making a lot of sense. They just guided me, and then I caught on my own. I knew I needed that again. I knew I couldn't do it alone. I was trying very hard. I worked damn hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I had success every time. I tried every diet that's out there. I had success with the weight loss every time, but I gained it back, and it was my emotions that were getting in my way.
Yeah, of course. And it was a big thing, right? And that's the thing, is we demonize ourselves when we try and then we gain the weight back or something doesn't work out for us. The message that we actually give to ourselves after doing that over and over again is that, well, what's the point? It's not going to work. I've tried it all. It's just not possible. And the truth is, and why I wanted you to share your story today, is that it's not at all about the food. And it's not all about dieting and controlling what you're eating. It's about doing the inner work. Because sure, diets will be successful when you follow them, but that's not what they teach us to do in the long term when there's a life event that ends up happening. And just as a last question, Melody, what's next for you? What's next for Melody?
Well, I have a lot of plans. I have a grandson who's 1 and a granddaughter on the way. I just learned the other day it's a girl.
Whoa! Congrats.
Thank you. And my life revolves around that baby. It revolves around my children, always has. And, I just want to be a person for that child to be a good role model, as well as my kids, obviously. But a baby just brightens the world, at least my world. And I have started learning how to play the piano because I've always wanted to, never did. And I can speak Spanish, but un poco. So I'm going back to working on that. And my husband is retiring. September 1st will be the final day, but we have plans to do some traveling to places we've never been.
Amazing.
And I'm just a lot of things. I enjoy helping others with their grief and loss when they lose a child or anything. So I am involved in a lot of that aspect. My daughter passed away by suicide, so I'm very much involved in helping with that too. And that has helped me, through the process. So that was one of the things that always would throw me off track, was another suicide,
right,
or even just another loss of a child. Anyway, I would feel for the mother because I knew what she was just about to go through. And that could knock me out for 3 days. I mean, just totally out of life again. And now, I just don't overreact like that. I do more to help and support other people versus let myself fall into the trap of the grief process. And so there's all that. And
so exciting.
100 other things I think I'm going to do. Or I'd like to learn to dance better. I like to dance. My husband and I like to karaoke, which I would never get up in front of people doing that before, but my husband got me doing it because he's just a second husband, special man. And he's one of the reasons I've made it this far, because of his support.
Yeah.
He's just very, very, very good person.
Amazing. You're
So
so
we're going
deserving,
to,
Melody. You're so
thank you.
deserving. Yeah.
We're going to do more of that. And my oldest brother teases me about it
Yeah.
because, well, they're all so happy, my family, to see me doing better.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you again for sharing your story. And I'm so honored to be on this journey as a partner with you. And yeah, I
Thank
can't
you
say
very
it enough.
much.
Can't say it enough. So good work.